All right, so today we're going to be talking about Major Clarity. This is going to be a district-wide platform that students are going to be able to use. It's going to help them with career planning throughout seventh grade all the way up to senior year. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go over the two different platforms that they have, one being the teacher platform and one being the student platform. So we're going to go through every step that you need to take to get started with your class. We're trying to implement this on Friday the 14th, so hopefully this video will help you. Hopefully this video will clarify some things and clear some things up for you. So let's get started about where we need to go. You're going to go to platform.majorclarity.com. So for the teacher platform first, we're going to sign in with Google. So I have a trusty sidekick with me today that's going to log in for the first time with his. So we're going to do that now. What this will allow you to do is it's going to have all of your information that you can use and pull in from your Tishomingo County School District email. All teachers' accounts should work with your username and password. So it's also going to work with all your students' emails and passwords as well. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to go through the teacher side. All right, so we're going to do allow, and it's like it said, it's going to have all your information on there to go. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to create an access code. And so this access code will be given to all of your second block classes. We're going to do that here at Tisch County High School. So the second block class, you'll be able to come in. The teacher will have their access code on the screen. And what the students will do on the student side of the platform is they will type in the access code, and the teacher will be able to track all the students' activities, their career plans, and things of that nature. So at this time, we're going to create an access code. You can create whatever you'd like it to be. This access code will be permanent, meaning that for each semester, the code will be the same. For each year that we use this platform, the code will be the same. So if you want it to be something easy so that your students can remember it, or that whenever the kids come in that they won't have trouble finding it, they can put it in. It can be anything you like it to be. Perfect. Robertson TCHS will be his access code. So we're going to click Save and Continue. And so now there's nobody showing up on his classroom list right now. However, when the students come in on the Friday the 14th, they're going to be able to type in that access code. He will be able to see all the students that actually go through his. So one of the things that we are thinking about based off the pacing guide is for this 9 weeks, or for this February the 14th, we just want to introduce the Major Clarity platform. We want to get students signed into your class. We want them to be able to look through it, take a few of the personality assessments, things like that. But from the teacher's side, we want you to be able to have some assignments or some activities or lessons for them to go over. So one of the first things you could do is actually you can go over to the Resources tab on the left side of the screen. When you click on that, you can actually select your grade level or your subject level that you're working with. So for this class, we're going to choose whatever subject you want. So if you teach an elective, you don't have to get something that you're not familiar with. If you do teach an elective, but you're really, really good at math, you can actually do that. So let's go to a math one right now. Let's see how that will work. So we're going to click on the careers in math, and there's going to be two things here that you can look at. So we suggest that you go to the lesson plan and download that. And you can print this off for your students when they come into the class that day. So if you scroll down through there, you'll see there's a few little tasks for them to do. There's a few videos they can watch. This is a really good way to get your students comfortable and familiar with the program, as well as they'll be able to write the answers down in the boxes based off the video. So this keeps them focused on the video. You could actually take it for a grade if you'd like, for a daily grade. But I would print these off, make a little worksheet or a work packet for them. And if you go back, you can actually watch what's called the slide deck and download that. And that's going to be kind of like a PowerPoint, but it's also going to have various video clips throughout the slide deck that you can click on. So like take this lady for instance, you can click on that, the video should pop up, you can play the video. I think it's running off YouTube, so.
While originally focused on streamlining manufacturing process.
So again, this is all based off the math subject area that you chose. So you can actually have that playing in your classroom on your screen, on your Apple TV. That way the kids can look at that. So that's just one thing that the students can do. If we go to the back, I think if we go, we go to home. I guess we logged out somehow. There we go. You can actually create different groups. So if you click on the groups tab, like you can say all the people that are in your second block class, which is what we plan to do. However, if you would like to do this with a third block class, you can name it third block or whatever you'd like. So this is just a good way to keep all your students combined together, all your students in one area. And like I said, if you have your students use the access code, they would automatically go to your group that you have. So if another teacher has an access code, the students can type that in, they can look around, and that teacher will be able to see all the same information, all the same student profiles that we have available. So this is going to it's going to fill up as the students get involved in more things, like when they, for the next 9 weeks when we do a career path or a career fit, all that information will be available for you to see. They're going to have an ISP, which is an individual student plan. That's also going to be available for you to look at. And we'll also kind of work on some of the classes that they're going to need to take based off the personality tests that they take and the personality inventories that they feel like they're interested in. So the teacher side, we can't really go any further without getting some students involved in this side as well. So we're going to sign out from the teacher side, and we're going to sign in under the student side. So we're going to type this student's information in. We've already gotten permission from the students to do this. So now we're going to sign in using a student's email address as well as the student's password. This will be the student platform that you're about to see, which is a little different than the teacher platform. But still, it's very user-friendly on both ends. It's not that big of a difference between the two, but very well easy to navigate, easy to look at things, and as well as go through the different accounts. So here is the first thing we need to do on the student side. Before we even get started with the access codes, we're going to take a few personality inventories, a few personality tests. So you want to click on take the test right here, and you can go back at a later time, like say you don't finish all 48 questions, you can go through and you can go back and maybe do them differently or do them again. So we're just going to answer 2 or 3. And so the first question would say, would you enjoy performing the following activity? Sell restaurant locations to individuals. So you can either choose the red X for no, the green heart for yes, or the maybe. So we're just going to choose one. Maybe we're going to try, would you enjoy the following activity? Test the quality of parts before shipment. Yes or no, doesn't matter. Generate the monthly payroll checks for an office. No. So you get the idea. And if you were to complete all 48 questions, it's going to give you a personality fit or an actual career fit, but we'll do that at a later time. So what we can do now is we can go over to the left side of the screen on the student platform. We can go to My Portfolio first. This is going to be a chance for the students to kind of see how far they are on their progress of doing the personality assessments, filling out their career plan, which we'll do it in a later time, even uploading a resume that they could use for college applications, scholarships, or even jobs in the local area. So first we need to add them to the class. So if you go over to classroom codes, so this student would be in this class, and so over on the right side they would enter that classroom code. And they would click Save Code. And so they'd automatically be added to that person's classroom. So if we were able to go back on the other teacher platform, that student would then show up under the list of students for that class. And so you could have 15 students in the class and you can create a group, that kind of thing. So now this teacher is able to see all the students' information, go through those activities with them, things like that. So they can add multiple classroom codes. So if they go to third block and they talk to their students and teachers there, they can add that third block teacher's classroom code, and that teacher will also be able to do things with them. So it may be even a good idea for all 4 block classes or all of your homeroom teachers to do this with all of your students. That way all the teachers will know, all the teachers will have that information. So once you add the classroom code, you're added to that list. Over on the second or on the side where it says career exploration, these are a few things that you could do probably at a later time, but it breaks it down to the different career fits that you would be best suited for based off those personality tests and those assessments that you took earlier. So let's say the student is really interested in veterinary sciences. It says there's a fit score of 92%. Now, without having taken a personality assessment, these fit scores are actually coming from their 8th and 9th grade classes that they've taken and the credits they've earned in those classes. So the student probably took a few biology or science-related classes and did well in them, and so that way the computer or this program saw that she would be best fit for something in veterinary sciences, which she may be or may not be. But let's click on that to see what it offers. So there are interviews that they can watch. There's activities they could do. There's even different occupations in the veterinary science field that are based off no formal education, just a high school diploma. So it's a lot of information that the students could look at and decide, well, this is really what I want to do, or this is not something I want to do at all. So interesting, there's 11 occupations found based off these check marks that are available. So let's take off level 8 doctoral degree. That takes away 2 of the occupations that are available. So let's even take off bachelor's degree and associate's degree. These are a few occupations that the student could probably be interested in or do based off just a high school diploma. So it's a really cool activity. You can click on one of those like veterinary assistant. Again, it gives you wages, work experience needed, the job growth in the area based off our 38852 zip code. It's even got a few tasks there that the students could look at. You can even make an activity based off these things, but it's kind of up to the teacher how much they want to use this information that's provided to them. So if you keep scrolling down, there's all kind of information, even related careers that maybe you're not under veterinary sciences, but you could still use a lot of those biology classes and lessons to do. So once again, on the left side, you have an academic planning tab where again it'll select a pathway and you can decide what classes you need to take in the future to make sure that you're prepared for those. Over on the left side of the screen again, you have lots of different tabs. Let's go to My Career Plan. Now this is something we are going to complete in the end, but this is based off of all the other tabs that we've completed throughout the semester. Students can actually sign their own signature, meaning that this is something we can place in their cumulative folders here at the high school or middle school, wherever they like to use those. So again, this is a good way just for students to see what all they need to be successful during middle school, high school, and even after. So we're excited about this program. We're excited about what all we can use and the benefits that it can have. And it also is a conversation starter with your teachers, with the students about what they could be doing to help improve themselves. They have a plan, they have a vision, they have a goal, and then everybody can succeed with that. So what we're going to do is on the 14th, we're just going to do the first little activity. We're just going to introduce the Major Clarity platform. We're just going to go through the profile with the students, let them play around with it, get more comfortable with it. And then as far as teachers are concerned, you can print off that lesson plan based off your subject area and those worksheets, and then have that slide deck and videos ready so that the students can watch those, go through that activity with you, fill out that worksheet, and turn it in for a grade. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We don't want to dive too far deep into this program, and we will continue to upload videos that explain each additional section at a later time, but we hope that you can understand this program. You can look at it. There's a PowerPoint that's also going to be added to this. So we hope that you can do well with this. And if you do have any questions or concerns, you can email us at the high school and we'll be glad to help you. So good luck and hope you have fun.